There we go. That should be good. I have the volume shut off for the work with me videos. So there we go. That should be good. Let me know if it is. Let me know if it is. Alright, now I gotta see if I can play this stuff one after another. Okay, cool. Actually, what I don't. I'm getting the hang of this stuff. This live streaming thing. And hold on. Let me find the volume before it goes crazy. And I don't know how I could add. I guess I can just come back and click the next one until I teach myself how to play the music one after another. I'm starting to think I'd rather do these live than just recording them, because they're only making like 50 cents per video anyway. So I figured at least if I just do it live, at least I can interact. And, that's more valuable than 50 cents. I mean, if it was $1, it'd be another story, because, $1 is more important than interacting with people, right? I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke, I say. Let me know what is a good volume that you could hear me and the music if I answer any questions or anything. Doing this, I'm going to put it at 10 right here. So let me know if the music's too loud, if my voice can't be heard, what have you. And then I'm actually going to write that down so then I know for next time, so I don't seem so unprofessional. So that's at 10. This is me talking. And if that's a good mix or not. Did it? Little bluebird Daltons, what's going on? Smart, thrifty, and chick. Hello from Texas. Loud and clear. Alright. Cool beans, bro. Music is good. Okay. Thank you, sir. So I'll remember 10 for the music. Live stream. And then my audio is always the same with my live/videos. So we'll keep that there. Stay the same. And now I'll put this somewhere where I'll lose it by forgetting where I put it. Just in case I forget it. Because you know how that goes. Alright. I was going to take pictures of toys and stuff today because I got all these toys here that I picked up. But you know what? I just feel like just doing something quick. I'm just now getting started working. I've just been slacking, paying attention to the puppies and eating lunch and whatever else. So, saw your video on your game hoard. Oh yeah, my hubby was going nuts. What you listening? I think I'm gonna do cassettes. I've got a lot of CDs, pictures taken, pre-listed. Probably 5,000 CDs, but very little cassettes. So I'm gonna go through and take pictures of cassettes. What I'm trying to do is just in that hoarding video, you see it opened up. I want to get to that back wall, open that up, and then I think I want to shift everything over so I can start putting in my first shelving units. And then as I take pictures, I can take the items back out there and they're in a location so I know they're ready to go when I get to them to list. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. The video game thing, man, I don't even know what I have in stock. Like, I've bought so much stuff over the years from I feel like I'm getting a little overpowered with the music. I'm gonna drop it down to 8. But from buying out the back room at Record Exchange to buying out a video game store and everything else along the way. And I have no idea if any of those systems run, if they work or not. So I gotta test them all. So I gotta find the cords first. So I got plenty of boxes of cords and that, so I'll have to get all that set up because I'm not set up yet for that. That's why I really haven't touched any of that stuff yet. So I know it will sell quick when I do, but just gotta get there. Get there. The steering wheels, game consoles, Nintendo robot. Yeah, and that the steering wheel that was in the box that was in the video in the office here, that was actually new, all brand new. So I put that up yesterday. I didn't expect it to be new. I don't even remember where I got it. I could have bought it at Target on the clearance end cap. I just don't remember. But the video looks like my store converted to a warehouse now, just listing like crazy. Yeah, I'd like to see pictures of that. That'd be kind of cool. Or a video of that. So you may even have it. I haven't even checked. I very seldomly search YouTube, especially here lately, just trying to do more work. Do more work. Stays motivated. I get this. Good. Oh, that won't work. Nope, that's too far. As close as I can without getting a shadow of the base. That's the only bad thing about this, is I have to reset it depending on what I'm taking pictures of, cassettes, CDs, DVDs. But other than that, I love it. I wish I had an automatic setting, but hey, for $50, what do you expect? Oh, that's on my screen. What is that? Alright, through some of this stuff. I'll shoot a video. Cool. Do you still do buyouts? Not really. Not really. I don't have the room to put anything, so I don't really do any kind of buyouts or anything. I would have nowhere to go with it. I'd have to get another storage unit, and then that would be, I'd probably be paying more than I would want to be. I mean, if something super good that I couldn't pass up fell into my lap, that I couldn't say no to, then I would figure it out. But I'm not actively looking for anything, just because obviously I got so much stuff. And I think I've only spent like $600 this whole year so far with buying inventory. So keeping that cost down to try to put more money into the pocket for Pee-wee. But yeah. I feel like I got a light missing. Swamp Picker, how's it going? The video looks like my story right there. East 25 house. The video of what it used to look like. I love going back to old pictures and old videos of the way the basement used to look and seeing how it came over, how it's grown over the years. But I think I'm just, enjoying everything now more than ever before. Just because there's no stress involved. I'm just trying to make myself realize that, being I have a hard time living in the moment. I'm always looking at tomorrow instead of enjoying the day. So I've been really working hard on that this year. I almost feel like I'm getting to a place in life where I'm probably going to be, hear bad news soon or something, like, sorry, but you only got 2 months to live. Just because I'm starting to feel more peaceful than I ever have in my entire life. So I'm like waiting for the bad news to come along to smack me in the head, because I've never had a time period in my life where everything's always smooth, happy, stress-free. So it's just like waiting for the ball to drop or whatever that statement is. So trying to make sure, but realizing that, I'm trying to make sure I'm using that as motivation to make sure I enjoy today. And then that's kind of like why I just stay by myself, me and the puppies most of the day, and just enjoy the silence, if you will. I think that song's over. I got to figure out how to make those go one by one by one, so I don't have to keep doing this. Is there a way to... Is there a way to mini player set something up for... I'm using all free crap, so I use free crap anytime I can. Yeah, oh well. My doctor said I had a brain tumor before I started reselling. Ouch. Sorry to hear that. I'm guessing you're in remission, being this 22 years later, where you're not automatically focusing. TLC. Arizona, yeah. What was I was doing something today, and the app aired out this morning when I was starting to pull or something. Can't remember what it was now. Something. Wish they would just get that stuff together. Please, please, please get your shit together. Yeah, that one's ugly. Is that on the case or on the... That's a mess. I'm gonna throw that one aside for now. I wonder how many pictures it's going to take for my computer to say, you're full. And then I'm going to have to start listing them. I've just been concentrating more on taking the pictures and rearranging and making space than listing a lot. Just because I think it's going to be more beneficial for the future. Like if I had everything I owned in storage, if I had the pictures taken and already on the computer, I mean, that's one huge step that's just out of the way. Makes everything quicker. So if I could spend the first half or 2/3 of the year just setting up pictures, so when fourth quarter comes around, I can list 500-600 items a day, if not more, then it's probably going to be more beneficial. It's just one step closer to actually being listed. So. Was logic behind opening some cases for the second picture? I usually do them all out of habit, but if it's nice and clean. The other one is because, like, that one's a mess, but this one's sealed, so I can't open it, but it's just so you can see the tape. Like, this one's sealed, so I can't, but because there's different on cassettes. The early ones were printed in the white or the beige, if not some kind of color. So collectors might want every variation of that album. I think the color ones came in, or the clear ones. The clear tapes, I want to say, came in maybe '87, '88. So, like, if a cassette or whatever was released in, say, '84, '85, it was white or beige. Say, like a Van Halen 1984. But then if it was re-released and or remastered after, say, '87, then it could have been done on clear instead of the beige color. So opening it and allowing people to see the actual tape. That's one reason. Another is the wear on the tape, because that's the part of the cassette that gets the most hands-on in and out of a tape deck, etc., etc. So it allows the buyer to see the condition of the tape itself. If all of the words are nice and pristine, or if it's rubbed off. It kind of gives an indication of how wore out the actual music may be, since obviously I don't test them before selling them. If something's like totally dogged out, then I may not just put it up. So, unless it's more of a rare piece. I was shooting prior to like the last year or so. I was shooting to be the biggest cassette seller on YouTube or on eBay. But then they took away that store thing. Like you used to be able to go into on the main eBay landing page and go all the way down and click something like eBay stores. And then you could click on a category and it would tell you who has the most listings of that item on eBay. So if you clicked on cassettes, it would say so-and-so has 50,000 cassettes. So my goal, I always use that as motivation until they took that away. So you have to find other ways to motivate yourself. Or at least I didn't know it. Good evening from Ireland. Hey, Ireland in the house. This is the information we don't get from the shipping videos. Thank you. I've learned so much from lives. Yeah, I need to do more. I'm so much of like, I enjoy my quiet time. I enjoy my peace and silence. But, I don't know. I just need to, as I kind of said in my today's video, just show up. It doesn't matter if there's only one person here. If you helped one person with one little thing, then you know what? You're better than you were yesterday, and then maybe that person's better than they were yesterday, and that's all that matters. And maybe I am one step closer to being a better communicator or whatever. Nothing bad can come from just showing up. Well, unless you show up in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that's another story. But thankfully, that's something I was trained on at a very young age, growing up on the streets, knowing what streets to go down, at what time of day to go down them, and what time not to go down them, and what people not to hang around with. Because there's a better chance of being shot or killed or in jail or whatever. You don't have to worry about that on video. Or on the live, I should say. So just show up. It might be more beneficial to me than anybody else by keeping myself motivated. If I do it like this anyway. Hey, look, I got a text. Yeah. Let's see. Boom. And any other? Yes. I can't share this stuff with you, but look at this. Let's study it real quick. This text I'm on, I can't talk about it, but when I say, good things are coming, it has to do with that. So this is an important text for me here. Asking questions, input. I'm trying to think. Um, uh, yeah, so when I talk about exciting things to come and stuff like that, there's exciting things to come. I did not walk into 2025 thinking something was going to happen this year that may change life as we know it. But I should have expected it, I guess, with positive lookout and all the craziness that's going on in the world. And once I can talk about it, I definitely will be talking about it. 100% for sure. Like everybody watches my videos are going to be the first to find out. Ones of the first to find out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Have you ever had to remove a listing after it is in somebody's eBay shopping cart? I wanted to cancel a listing today, but noticed it was in someone's cart. I never even pay attention to that. If I end stuff, it's by bulk, like 200, so I don't even pay attention to even how many views it has or anything like that. Uh, da, 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 da. Like I've never been not only is life good right now, like I've never been in a place where the future has looked so bright. So it's exciting. And I'm the type of person that is more of a I don't get worked up too much about anything because anything could happen. So I don't blow things out of proportion, or I'm very skeptical, slow to really dig in. But as time goes on, and the more I'm thinking about things, it's gonna be a crazy time coming up. Wow. Okay. That should be done. All right, let's see. That was a quick 17 minutes, 18 minutes. All right, I need to should just Google and see how I can put this on Play All. Maybe there is a Play All. Open with media player. Yes, I already got that. Maybe I can just highlight them all. And hit Play All. Or Play. Open with media player. By the fire. That probably didn't work, but at least I tried. Until I Googled to figure it out. Why did I close that? Ding that. One a week was cool, like I said. Josh Primo spam, all solid learning lives. Yeah, and I feel like lives. I like lives, like watching others in lives, just because it feels more authentic. I mean, even though in videos I'm pretty open about anything and everything, but when you're live, it just adds another level, I guess, of realness to it. So I'm trying to remember that when I watch other people, so then I can push myself just to do the live work with me instead of creating the video. Just do it for conversation purposes alone, even, because you never know what could come up, what could be talked about. As you said, what can be learned on both ends. Because I'm not spending enough time learning these days. I'm just in this work mode. See, here's the reasoning why I open the tape if you're still here. Like, you ain't gonna know really what condition that is in. But when I open it, you can see that there's some dirt on there. So it's probably been played pretty well. So if the customer gets this and says, hey, this don't play, and I go and look at the picture, I can look at it and go, yeah, you're probably right, and just send them a refund and not worry about them returning the item. And know that chances are it's not somebody trying to scam you. It's more on the side of truth. So that'd be another reason. All right, let me go here. Da-da-da-da-da. Q beans. Alright, what am I doing? Box number 26. open while I'm here. Okay. 26. It sounded like something fell. 26. Oh, there it is. I knew I heard something. I'm not going senile yet. Not all the way, anyway. It's a crazy camera setup. Thanks. Yeah, I try to figure out a way to set it up so it gets all different kind of views to keep people more interested into what's going on. But I'm out. Post office run. See you soon. Later, decor. Since you have gotten a second eBay store, it's pushed you to open a second eBay store. Yeah, they act differently. If your one account is old, they definitely act differently. Like that one last upgrade I showed when it comes to sending offers to watchers, where you can dictate the time period. Like that's only on my new account. That's not on my old account yet. So they definitely are treated differently. So I'm sure even in search and the algorithm, they're treated differently somehow. Because when one's up, the other will be down, but then the other one will be up and the other one will be down. So there's definitely difference between them. And I would go back to one if eBay was the way it was 5 years ago. But I'm afraid if I put everything back into one now, I would just go back to my $400 days where I was before I opened it up. When it was just beyond ridiculous. So, do you check the little rubber thing? The little felt pad on the cassette, before I ship it, I check them. And then I replace it if it's missing. There's a place online you can buy them so that they're self-adhesive. It's a lot easier than finding pads and gluing them on. So I have a little tote. If it has a pad that's loose, I just take it out and then I put a new felt pad in. If you like Google felt pad cassettes, Tapehead City is where I get mine from. 25 pack for $3.99. I usually order about 200 at a time. So this is the cheapest place I found them. I've actually thought about buying them here and reselling them on eBay. It's because they're several dollars cheaper here. Oh, are they sold out? They're actually sold out right now. I think he gets them in consistently, so if you're looking for some, check back in a little bit. He did have all the colors, so hopefully he's getting them back in. Huh. Guess I'll have to check back and see. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I might have to find a new source for those. Yeah, it is. So, felt. Let me see if there's another place now. You can get them on eBay. Like 25 of them is $10 on eBay, where there were $4 there. That's why I thought about buying some and just reselling them on eBay. Yeah, so you might have to pay a little bit more for them, but still, it's a lot easier, especially if you have a lot of cassettes and some of them are just totally missing. $9.95 kind of stinks though for me because I was paying $3.99 for it. Let me see if I can contact them, see if they're getting any more in. Tapehead City. Let me see if they're going to be getting any more back end, so then I'll know if I have to find a new source. All right, and then I'll let you guys know what I know about that. At least then I'll know which way I gotta go. Yeah. All right, I gotta run out to the garage and grab another box of cassettes. Eight-track Avenue, they had them for cassettes or for 8-tracks, because there is a difference. They are different sizes. Cassette tapes, okay. They do them. Shop. There we go. There they are. Ooh, that's even cheaper. Nice find. Thank you. See? Beautiful. $3.39 for 30 of them. Thank you much. I'm going to save that, and I'll buy them when not online, and I'm going to, for this price, wonder if it's how much is shipping. Flat $4.51. Orders over 40 get free. All right. I might buy enough to see if I can resell some. Because eBay takes 50% basically in fees and such. So I would need to sell them for at least $6.69 plus shipping. That's right about what these are selling for, and these. So how well are they selling? 40 of them sold. I could match that and make money, actually. And they're doing 25. If I did 30 for the same price. Don't steal my idea. That's what I'm gonna do. Don't steal my idea, damn it. I want to check the quality first, though. But yeah. Hey, look about this. These are self-adhesive, right? I mean, they're on the paper, so they should. Yeah, stick to replacement. Cool. I buy over $40 worth. That's free shipping. So, bam, nice. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sourcing the pick seems like it could increase the value. Yeah, I could get cheaper if I could just maybe had a place to make them myself. Find a local company that deals with felt or something. Could probably get them for pennies. Pennies. You could cut your own. Yeah, then I have to learn how to do the sticky adhesive also. That was my first thought when I bought them. It's like, how can I make these myself? But then again, that's kind of my first thought with all that kind of stuff. Because like years ago when I first started the business, I looked into how I could make my own mailers. And the machine I would have had to buy was, I don't know if I'm going to sell this one. Bigger than my basement area I had to put them in. Would have to put the machine in, so that never panned out. Why does somebody write all over their stuff like this? They may have smaller equipment to make mailers nowadays, but then again, probably not, because you still got to buy all that raw material. Still. If I had warehouse, I would have probably done something like that. Would have definitely paid for itself. That's when I was gung-ho about everything. I had no second thoughts about trying this, trying that, looking at this, looking at that. When I had Josh Galt energy. I'm slowly finding that energy again, though. That's icky. TJ Axel was just watching today's video. That intro was fine. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like, let me do something a little different because had those thoughts in the front of my head. I'm like, let me just open with that. Kind of shock people by not coming straight out of the gate with my normal same old line. How is Jan? Jan's good. Jan's good. She enjoying the move to Walgreens, less stress, closer to home. She just had 5 days off in a row. Like she hasn't. I can't remember the last time she had a few days off in a row, let alone 5 days off. So she's enjoying it. She got a lot done around here. She ended up doing the laundry, doing the bedding, washing, and even finally started putting together, continuing to put together. The last 3-day weekend she had off, she started it, but I don't always like buying roses or flowers, so like, not this year, but it was like last year. Was it her last birthday, I think it was. So it was a little over a year ago. Instead of buying her flowers, I bought her the Lego roses. So she had to put them together. Well, it took her over a year to even start them. So she's been working on those for a little bit while she's off. While she's enjoying the NBA playoffs. Will you get any more videos with her? I learned a lot from the bins by. Yeah, we just haven't been spending, so she hasn't had any. On the one day I told her she could, go over there if you want to go over there, but she didn't really want to go, so. She was in a couple of the work with me videos in the background, taking pictures the one day. Have to find a way to get her in some more. I gotta get some water. My mouth is dry and I'm talking. She has an eye for design. Yeah, I think she's got like a little bit of a creative thing in her that she's never knew was there before. Because she'll try to play with like doing like Christmas arrangements with beads and little ornaments and stuff. in a glass jar or in a basket and glue it all together. So she's tapping into something she's never tapped into her life. And me being always been able to draw and stuff, I of course encouraging her to be more of a creative person, because she's more of the high stress book smart type of person, where I'm more of the easygoing creative person. Sorry to hear about the mold there. Yeah, me too. But I'm glad it was found. See, as a guy, I never thought about taking off anything lower than the fitted sheet. I figured I lay on the fitted sheet, that's as low as I need to go to wash. Never thinking that the padded mattress cover would have anything underneath it. That was crazy. Alright, I gotta get some water right quick. Did wake up today feeling better though. I left the humidifier on, not the humidifier, but like the clean air type of thing machine. I left that on all night. I forgot I even bought those. I bought them when I got Vern because of his hair. And then when he passed away, I kind of just stored them away and forgot about them. I'm like, wait a minute. So I had it running yesterday in the bedroom to help clean the air. Is it playing more than one song? Did that work? It did. Sweet. All right. So just highlight them all and there we go. Easy enough. Okay. Box 27. You can't see on this video, but this table right here, ever since I moved it from underneath the big computer to here, Pee-wee likes laying underneath it. So he's like lays underneath it with his head sticking out. And you can see Courtney snoozing away. Somebody asked if I had comics. I found this in storage. Sure, not worth anything, but Jughead. Archie's pal, Jughead. Want somebody show me. Today's video, though, must be nice if you kept your friends around into post-20s adulthood. Yeah, there was a few we had to, like, a couple of us had to move away from just because they were more toxic, turned into more toxic than it was worth anymore. One of the guys turned into, like, he always did it when we were young for some reason, where he would kind of, and we always knew about it, so we didn't pay too much attention to it. Like, me and Danny were kind of like the two stronger units when it come to wanting to do something and get out of, just do something bigger than being, Danny's family had an actual house and stuff, even though they were only a couple blocks away. Where mine, I grew up in the poorer than his family. His I think his dad was like an engineer or something, so they did well. But we had to, he was a singer, played instruments, so he always had something to shoot for. I always tried to shoot for something. The other guys were just, all they cared about was the moment. They didn't really have dreams or aspirations or anything. But the one would always kind of try to divide. Like, if he was hanging out more with me and some of us on a certain time when Danny wasn't around, he would say stories about Danny. Danny said this about you. Danny said this about you. And then he would play the other way if he was hanging around with Danny more and I wasn't around. James said this about you. James said that, when nobody said anything about anybody. So over the years, after we figured out his game, we just wrote it off as that. But he kept playing that game as adults also. And so we were like, 35 years old, and he's still playing that game. And we're like, you know what? You got to go. We're done. And Danny and I cut ties with him, and so he was gone there. And then another one, Steve, who I grew up with, or I knew basically since we were 5 years old. On that last guy trip, I told him not to bring anything illegal because I know he did drugs and stuff, and and he ended up bringing drugs. I found out after the fact. And I'm like, you know what? I asked for one thing, not to bring anything illegal with you. Whether it was drugs or guns or whatever. If you don't have a permit, it takes you across the state line. Don't bring your guns. If you don't have at the time, if you didn't have a doctor's thing for drugs, don't bring them. Because then you're going to put all of us at risk. And after I found out about that, I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, we've known each other since 5 years old, but that's the last time. Because even with him, we would always go, it's Steve. It's just Steve. We always gave him the excuse when you do something stupid or whatever. But that was the last call for that one. I was done. Just like, nope. If you can't respect me enough for one wish, then when I was paying for 95% of the trip, because it's something I always wanted to do, be able to take my friends on a trip and pay for it, then you know what? I'm done. So, sadly, don't really talk to any of them anymore. Every once in a while, Danny on Facebook, and I was supposed to go hang out sometime last summer with him because past his house when Jen was working out 2 hours away, because he lives about an hour away. But then Pee Wee came along and I wasn't able to take Jan to work on any given Saturday. We were just going to hit some flea markets or whatever, and I just never made it out there. Everybody's just doing their own thing. Working alongside you, thank you. Trying to follow your format on listing hats. I am too slow. Hats, when you get that rhythm of the hats down, it's very nice and quick to get those pictures and get them listed. You don't have time to test all the media. How do you list your tape/vinyl as acceptable condition, untested? What's your return rate on media? Return rate on media is not bad at all. And I just put in the description, all items 100% guaranteed. And I sell them as very good. On the media or on the vinyl, I got tired of like media. There's too many iffy collectors. Like everybody has a different opinion on what very good means or what excellent means or whatever. So I learned to not even try to grade vinyl when you're selling online. Because you're always going to get somebody mad at you. So on the vinyl, I just put will be at least in very good condition and higher, and let them figure it out. So, and it's never really caused any problems. So, and cassettes, I don't really argue with people. If they say it doesn't work, then I'll give them a refund unless they have like really low feedback. then I'll just ask them to open a return, so at least they don't leave negative. Well, actually, I ask everybody that, but usually I wait for, on the low feedback people, I'll say, well, open the return to start the refund process, because then that usually weeds out the people who are trying to scam you, because they'll never open one, or they'll just disappear. So when I see one that says that it was actually, mailed back, I'll just go ahead then and send the refund them. So, without even waiting for the package or looking at it to make sure it's there, or whatever. So, but yeah, return rate's not bad at all. I could probably look that up right now. Service matrix. Or nope, that's the wrong spot. Where is it? Yeah, music. So the average is 0.47. I'm at 0.63. 2 of them says wrong item. 6 are not working and defect. 3 arrived damaged. And then 7 doesn't match description or photo. I have no clue what that means. Yeah, so maybe a little higher now than what it used to be, I guess. Because I used to always be below the average thing, so I'm a little bit higher right now. Oops. I was looking for the... I have to download that report. Yeah, it's still low for the amount of stuff I send out, if you think, actually, I guess. 18 out of almost 3,000 without checking them. I wouldn't consider that bad. But I'm biased because it's my account. Hello, Nita J. I have one good friend and my wife. That's about it, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. I think right now I don't think I really have any good friends. At least none that I hang out with or anything. The last one I did do things with, well, one lives 2 hours away now. And the other one was the one who decided to not be friends anymore with people who voted for Trump when he voted for Trump the first time around. So, it's weird. You know somebody for over 10 years and you know who they are as a person, and then you don't want to be friends with somebody anymore because of something like that. That's just kind of blindsided me. Like, that made no sense. No sense in my eyes, anyway. So that was the last person that I hung around with the most. So now it's me and my puppies. Then again, by my own fault, I don't go out to do anything really, so usually just here doing this. But like I said before, I enjoy my peace. I have a ton of vinyl and tapes I don't have time to test and just wondering the best way to go about listing them. Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. You kind of see the results that I get. It may hurt sales to certain people, but who don't want to take that risk if it doesn't work. But when you're doing volume, you can't worry about stuff like that. My camera setup. The one on my desk here. If you go to some of my work with me videos, they have the same number or the same thumbnail as this one, just not live. There'll be a link if you hover over the video on a desktop. I don't know if it works on app or not. There's a link to this camera through Walmart. It's like $59 or something like that. And it's an affiliate link. And it just works with the camera app. If you have a, I have the Microsoft, but I think it works with a Mac too. But if you have the camera app on your phone, on your computer, you just open it up and it connects to that. Very simple, easy to use. And it's a no-name, like made in China thing, but very quick and easy to use. I'm running a little slow today just because I'm talking at the same time, just in a relaxed mode. But, yeah, if you use one of the links, then I'll get a little kickback from it. I think it's like 2% or something. If you go to my channel, let me see. Some of them I cut it off because it was profit sharing the music because I hadn't got the music worked out yet. But like this one, if you hover over it, it says view products. You click that, it'll take you over here. It says Walmart 4K USB camera for $59.41. You can click on that and buy it through Walmart. It's definitely worth $50, $60 in my opinion, for the quickness it allows you to, if you got flat stuff to take pictures with, whether that's media, postcards, anything like that. Very convenient. But yeah, that's the camera setup. Pretty. Josh Galt turned me onto it. I was looking at them before that, but I didn't know which ones to buy because I didn't know if I bought a cheap unbranded one, if it would be as good as, you know, a higher dollar one. But he was using this one, so he turned me onto this one, and it works just as good. So makes things a lot faster than picking up a camera, taking the pictures, and it's definitely a lot quicker than using the eBay app to take the pictures nowadays. So that app's gotten so much slower than it used to be, it seems like. So definitely beneficial when it comes to just flat stuff to take pictures with. And all you have to do is hit a space bar. Yeah, document camera. Yeah. Yeah, just click on, hover over one of those videos, that first one, and that'll be the easiest way to get to it and find it and help me out at the same time. I've had 18 people buy one, because there's my numbers. 18 viewers have bought one, and I got $30.51. So mine's almost halfway paid off, or over halfway paid off. So my goal was to make $50 that would pay for my camera. Thought that was pretty cool. And since I found this whole affiliate thing, I've been putting at least one piece of product in my videos. Like even if you notice today's video, since I wear the headbanger ball cap, I've got headbanger's ball t-shirt linked there. And then on the dog videos, I put some pig ear treats because they love their pig ears. So I've been playing with that, trying to make more money. Cha-ching. Is that the first cha-ching since we've been on video? I don't know. It's been kind of quiet. The last couple of days, even though I did $900 yesterday, my sales at 2 o'clock kind of shut off for a while. So I've seen that pattern before where it'll shut off from like 2 to 5. So we're at 4:30 right now. Ugh, when was my last cha-ching? Before that, I got an offer 29 minutes ago. Had a sale 55 minutes ago. There's another offer 58 minutes ago. So let me check these offers. Get some more sales here. Accept. Respond. I'll take that one too. They must have updated this. This is my old account. Well, there's one. The first one I accepted, it didn't cha-ching, so it's probably in that holding pattern to where it won't sell until they pay. And with this old account, it hasn't been set up like that. Well, neither account's set up like that, but my new account, that's the way it acts all the time. This one was always, when I accepted it, it would automatically sell and then I'd wait for payment. But now it's doing both. Let me see how many sold. Whoops. Oh, Adrian must be down there shipping. I'm like, why is there only one here? What needs to be shipped out? He must already be down there shipping. That makes no sense. Bam. Yeah, so if you like that, I love the camera, to be honest with you. I mean, it's definitely worth the $60. Like I said, if you got flat stuff just to take real quick. And I'm sure it could work the other way too. I just haven't got it set up. Like if you have a table set up like I do, like the white one behind me. I mean, the thing, I don't know. Let me pull it out here in front of me because that's probably the best way you're going to see it. But I mean, this thing turns so you can direct it. This goes up and down, out and back. So you can set it up any way you want. So if you do have like a cube or something where you take pictures of just normal stuff, you can set it up to that where you don't have to turn a camera or just turn the item, hit a space bar on the camera, on the keyboard, and just take pictures without holding the camera in your hand. So I wouldn't mind finding a way to set it up for something like hats because it can be done. So I may end up getting a second one once I figure out exactly what I want to do and how I want to do it for smaller things like some of these toys, pop figures, hats, little things that will just sit somewhere. And then I don't have to keep picking up the camera to take pictures. Oh, Pee-wee's farting again. Now I haven't messed with it too much to set it to square. It has the square here, but I think that's just more for alignment purposes. But the way eBay's set up now, no matter how you upload things, it turns it into a square. It may be smaller, But that's why I try to get it as close as I can to take up as much of the picture as I can, because then it will look like I stole the G-Shock that's been in storage forever. Yay. Um, I'll show you what it looks like. Like this ice cube's a good example. Excuse me. See, you can see where the camera cuts off right below this heart thing, right below the CD, but the actual box is a square nowadays on eBay. So even if you take something that's not in square, it will square it up. It just may make it a little smaller, where it's not taking up the entire square like this. Like this would be done with a normal camera. This one's done with this camera. So if you're not worried about that extra space and you're more worried about the speed of doing it, then that's where. But then again, there may be a setting in here that I haven't found yet. But yeah, it is set up for square. So even though it's set up for square, it's, I guess, technically not square. Or that's just the framing grid. Okay, never mind. Photo settings. 4:3 is as close to a square as you're going to get, right? 16:9's widescreen. So I guess that's close to square you're going to get 4:3 instead of like 4:4 would be square, I would think. And you can shoot video with it too. So yeah, if you don't mind, I guess if you don't mind that difference of a look, then I wouldn't worry about it, because when you click on it, it's still going to be huge. So eBay automatically squares the main picture. So it's a nice trade-off. I mean, I don't mind. It ain't going to hurt me any. So I don't think it's going to hurt sales. It's only going to help sales because I can list more. So later, DJ. So off to the post. Everybody's going to the post. See you later, Bluebird. I don't think my Zoom functions are working on my camera. I don't want to return it because it takes about 2 weeks to get there. Yeah, I've got a pretty decent Sony that I bought many years ago, and I've never liked it when it comes to the zoom and the not necessarily the zoom, but the automatic focus. It's just a pain. You have to kind of baby press the button to focus it, wait for a sound before you can completely do it. So it's still got a slow pace to it to get through stuff. And then if you do a click too soon, then you're going to get an out of focus picture. So I've tried playing with the settings on it to get it to act differently, but never been able to. I like to leave a little extra space in the photo around the item, because if you notice, when you view your listing in the eBay app, it crops a lot more of the photo than the pic on the PC. Really, never paid that close attention. Never paid that close. I'll check that out. Interesting. I'll pay attention next time I'm looking on the app. 6x6. I always enjoy when you go live. It's always nice to keep the day moving along with good energy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ready to the post office as well? Your calm voice, easy to work with. I thank you. I never thought my voice was anything different than an annoying voice until so many people have said something about it. It's very weird. Like, that's something about me I never thought. I always thought my voice was as annoying as hell. So I never even pictured I would have a decent voice for anything. So to hear that kind of stuff is just kind of mind-boggling to me. All right, I'm going to grab another box of cassettes. How long have I been going so far? 92 minutes. And I'm still going. I'm ready for more. And I've been moving slow, so I'm going to grab another box of cassettes and grab some more water because I'm not shutting up apparently. This box is not happy. Oops. Did I close that? I accidentally closed it, didn't I? Closed it. Oops. Every time it closes, you have to reset it though. My sales have fallen apart, down 25% month over month for no reason. I even have the most listings I ever have. Don't know what to do. Yeah, my store's down to the clothing store is down 20%, 19.4. We're going on 5 o'clock, so I'd like to have 5 by 5. There's only 118 over here. I haven't had a sale over here, I think, since 2 o'clock, if not before. And in this store, we're down 11.4. So I got 350 over here, so 450, 470. So close to 5 by 5. Close to 5 by 5. Yeah, with all the eBay issues, all you can keep doing is just just keep listing. If you got the stuff, just keep going. If you don't have the stuff, it's just about buying as cheap as you can by volume, or buying the stuff with the highest sell-through rate. It almost feels like it's going to be the only two scenarios for eBay these days. And the volume game's even harder than it used to be, because I'm making less with double the amount of items. So as you said, you got the most items up, but yet you're making 25% down. My numbers, I think, I would say are more than 25% down with double the items than it used to be before Promoted and all that came into play. So, yeah, the only ways to survival on eBay in the future is buying quick selling items, or list more than you ever have in your entire life. And, thankfully, I'm set up for listing more than I ever had my entire life, being the way I've bought for 20 years. So all I can do is keep going. Looking like I'm moving south soon. Almost lost my whole stock, and a lot of my belongings would have been living in my canopy. One action beat all that. Auction beat all that. My stores are up 30, but aggressive discounts since I'm moving. Seems the photos are consistent, no blur or overexposure from the. Yeah, there is a light on it, but I don't use it because of plastics. It reflects. You'll see here. There's light, and then there's adjustments. So there's the light. You can see the glare. So you can do different phases of the light. Take it down, take it up, or not the light, but the what do you call it? The dimness and lightness of the picture itself. So if you have something totally dark, you can change the, what would you call this? Just the light and darkness of it. So you can change it. Like I had to change it when I was doing vinyl because it's so dark. But it does have a light if you have something non-reflective that you're taking pictures of and need it. But I got this little ring light behind it, so. It feels like my store gets shadow banned most of the week. Yeah, I don't know what more I can say about eBay that I haven't already said. It's just, from the seller's point of view, it's just pure chaos what they're doing. And they don't care at all about the sellers. 100%. 28. All they care about is their stock price. And it's kind of sad that every time you think they're going to hit a brick wall, they come up with another underhanded way of doing things. I already forgot my number. 28. With how they're just going to charge a promotion fee on everything now, no matter what. if you promote. Whether Joe Schmo in January clicks on it and John buys it in December, it's going to be charged with the promotion fee. Actually, I don't know if it's going to be a year-long thing, but the way it sounded, it's what it sounds like. I'm already doing that overseas now. So until they start running out of ways to squeeze the seller, they're just going to keep doing it. But you can only take so much. Everybody has a limit. That's why so many people has already left eBay. Because they already found their limit. If my costs to sell on eBay ever exceeds the 50% I'm at, then you know what? I've had enough. So I'll be watching that next move very closely. Because then maybe I'll just be moving to something like Whatnot. I try to learn a little bit more about it every week. Just so if I have to, I'm going to be prepared. Which will be a sad day for me, because eBay has changed my life. But you can only remain loyal for so long when you're not getting respect back. eBay definitely does not respect the sellers anymore. I think I said probably a year ago, maybe a little bit more. All it's going to take is somebody else with a brand name to come in and basically take eBay out the way they're going. And I think it would have to be something with a brand name in order to get the attention that eBay gets. But everything big eventually falls if you don't keep up or change with the times or whatever, or scare off all your customers, which are your sellers. Well, you guys have been talking. I'm going to go back a little bit and see what you guys are saying here. Thanks for sharing. It makes me feel better, but I wish it wasn't the case for any of us. Just keep working, I guess. Yeah. Or find new ways to work, you know? I just noticed they removed the task box on the seller hub. I swear it was there this morning. I have watched your videos for years, and you are an inspiration. Thank you for including me. Thank you. It feels like my store gets shadow banned. There's definitely something going on with the site the past 2 weeks. My page configurations keep changing as well. Yeah, things have been changing almost on a nightly basis for years. I mean, now that I've got 2 accounts, I can see the changes on one, and then there'll be changes on the other later. And every night it seems like every day it seems like something changes. Even in the middle of the day at times, something will change in the middle of the day, not just overnight. So, had 2 cents 5 Eastern, Hot Wheels and Johnny Lightning car, both sales under 15. Ring light causes glows and glares. Down 9% for the year, but my repeat buyers are up 240. Nice. So I'm hopeful this year can turn around. That's some good repeat buyers there. Let me see what my best repeat buyers are going to be in my music store this year. My repeat buyers are down 7.5% for the year. My one-time buyers are down 25.8% for the year. That's just ugly. Ugly. Ugly, ugly. Up 34% month over month, listing more than ever, promoting high. It's moving product. That's good. Good that you're moving product anyway. Listings eligible for offers are not showing on the desktop anymore. They are only showing on mobile. Huh. Offers have been a mess forever. What types of numbers are you using to promote? I do 13% to promote. Oh, you're talking to Dindicor. Sorry, I didn't see that. I may branch out if that's the case. Stay part-time, but instead building things worth money. Create money elsewhere. I hate live selling because of disability, so what not scares me? Disability? Like, what would that be exactly? Because you can, I would say, use any disability to your advantage. Figure out a way to use it, which would inspire others with the same issues to go, hey, I can do that also. 12% cap dynamic, over 20%, 8. Whoa, $20, 8%. Okay, that's your promotions. Okay. Maybe they'll sell eBay to someone with half a brain. They need to sell eBay to somebody who understands eBay. The guy running Walmart, who used to run Walmart, doesn't understand eBay. Two totally different animals. But if he was only hired to appease the shareholders, then it's the same job to him. So, and he'll do anything to meet that goal, because that's his only goal. I found an underserved niche on Etsy that is pulling in good sales. I wish Walmart would stop trying to be Amazon with their marketplace. That would be an eBay killer. Yeah, if Walmart transitioned into something like eBay with the ease of eBay, they're the name that has the traffic that could take eBay down. 100%. 100% if they did something like, even if they acquired a platform that was already had all the bells and whistles like an eBay, and tuned it in, dialed it in. Like if you took, like, say, a Bonanza, if eBay acquired something like Bonanza that has the setup there, but yet doesn't have the traffic flow, and made it Bonanza Walmart or Walmart Bonanza, and did everything to change it to make it feel like an eBay platform, I think that would be, that would take a huge share out of eBay's pocket. I started throwing away old inventory. I barely ever do that. I mean, every once in a while I'll throw something in a giveaway, but I usually just sit on it until it sells. Then the offers blue box will get you back there, but I'm normal. Don't send offers showing up in task files. Style on lives to sell possible. Yeah. The art style. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't gotten into something. You see so many people who do sell on YouTube via lives. I'm surprised they haven't got something set up to make it a lot easier, where the money just goes straight into your YouTube account and you can transfer it over or whatever. If they did that, that would take another huge chunk out of eBay and whatnot, for that matter. Fail hits them when the sellers are actually making money, they will make more money than the nickel and dime has gotten them thus far. Yeah. You have cerebral palsy and your eyes cross all the time. What is... I kind of know what cerebral palsy is, but not the details. But the eye crossing all the time, that could definitely be you. I mean, if that doesn't affect your vision, dude, you could play that up. That would be so awesome. Like if it's something you were comfortable with and it didn't affect your eyesight, you could definitely use that to your advantage, especially selling live. Like if my eyes did that, I would milk the crap out of that on a live. Obviously, obviously if it have to be something that you're comfortable with by now and it doesn't affect you in a depressing type of way. Like I would just be all over that if that was, I'd be using that one left and right to not necessarily lure people in, but it would be a unique signature that would stand out to people. A group of disorders that affect movement, muscle tones, posture, and in most cases. Yeah, I guess it depends on how bad the cerebral palsy is, but I don't look at anything as a disability. But then again, I'm a person that don't have anything that, well, at least physically. Mentally, I'm sure I do, but physically, I don't. But I always get inspiration from people who have some kind of physical difference and go, wow, look what they're doing. And look at me, I'm fine. Why the hell ain't I be able to do something like that? So like, you see more and more people like in the X Games in wheelchairs doing what they do. That wasn't done 10 years ago. And if it was only one person doing it. And just all that different stuff that goes on. So I always looked at disabilities and handicaps as just like a challenge, and who are the ones who are strong enough to overcome that. And all I can relate to it as not having no physical ailments is I look at things from a mental standpoint when it comes to, okay, somebody like, say an Elon Musk with all this brain power can do this and this and this. Why can't I even do 1% of that? Challenge, that's, so I always look at everything as challenging and motivational. I think if you could figure out a way to take what you call a disability and turn that into an asset, there's no stopping you. No stopping you. Like I said, but I don't know the details on what you're living with. So I apologize if I crossed the line there with anything. But it does it without you knowing it. It does not bug me at all. Yeah, dude, use that up. Could you imagine? I mean, depending on, you would have to be comfortable with being a center of attention. But doesn't everybody who has to put themselves out there to be a center of attention, to like do something in life, whether that's live selling or something in the public eye, don't we all milk something of ourselves in one way or another to get that attention? Whether that's a physical thing, whether that is a mental thing, whether that is a emotional thing, we all, I think, milk what we have, or use to our advantage what we have, to try to get a step above somebody else, to sell more than somebody else, to be a bigger star than somebody else, to make more money than like everybody does it. Like, so I don't think it's a bad thing, like with somebody who has something that's different like that, to use it to your advantage. Because hell, growing up, I used my hair to my advantage, because I grew up in the 80s, early 90s, where girls went crazy over long hair, and I got a lot of free meals when I couldn't afford meals because of my long hair. So like, I don't see a bad thing when it comes to, comedian uses his wit to, like, to me, there's no negative things when it comes to who you are as a person, physically or mentally. And those that can channel who they are comfortable with who they are going to get the farthest, or are going to get what they want, however you want to look at it. That's the way I always kind of viewed everything. ADH Dave, that dude talks a mile a second, going around in circles and stuff, and people eat it up. You just got to remember, no matter who you are, what you do, what your differences are, it's not going to appeal to everybody. So everybody's got haters, but haters don't control your life. Haters aren't going to be there tomorrow. They're not going to stick around. And if they are sticking around, guess what? You're probably getting paid for them sticking around, like YouTube videos or something like that. Milk it. Milk it until you get where you want to go. That's what I would do. But then again, like I said, I'm not in your shoes, so I haven't walked your path. Everybody walks a different path, but I think everybody has the same. I think there's the same level of success follows everybody, no matter who you are and what you experience. And that is being comfortable with who you are, because confidence trumps everything when it comes to success, when it comes to showing people who you are. There's nothing greater that attracts more interest in people than someone being confident in exactly who they are. And I think it just, confident feeds success. And that's like the bottom line in my book, in my eyes. Boogie and Amsterdam had bad teeth before they made it. I used to see my bottom teeth. My bottom teeth used to bother me because they're so jacked up. But then I saw somebody who, I don't remember who it was growing up. I don't think it was like a Jim Carrey. It was somebody who was a huge star, and their bottom teeth were all crooked like mine. And here they are making movies, making millions of dollars. And I'm like, why the hell am I worried about my teeth? If somebody with just as jacked up teeth as that person can make $1 million movies, then there should be no reason why I should let my bottom teeth bother me. So I guess that kind of same mentality with everything about a person. Where can I find a link to the stationary camera? You go to my YouTube channel. I think you can only do this on desktop. Scroll down to the first work and study video, click on it, and hover over the view products on the screen. That will take you to the link to it, and you can get it at Walmart. Well, through Walmart, I should say. It is trying to find the followers. Yeah, the followers on something like Whatnot is the hardest thing. That's my biggest drawback. Well, one of my biggest. My second is wholesaling my stuff out for next to nothing. But start with something free like YouTube. Create a YouTube channel and start building your. If you need to build confidence and build a following, you start with YouTube because it's free and you can start earning money from it and then turn that into something bigger. So that's where I would start. If you're doing eBay now, just start sharing your story. 1 Foot Flipper, Paige, he lives here in St. Louis area. He took his disability and he's putting it out there. And he's using it to his advantage. So, yeah, it can be done. It has been done. There are blueprints of people doing it. So that's what I would do. I would start there. Yeah. Like Dindacor says, if you start something, let us know. We'll follow. We all try to follow each other and, support as many people as we can. So just do it and be truthful to who you are and don't try to pull wool over anybody's eyes about anything, whether you're trying to do it to cover something up or whatever. Just be open and honest about everything, and people will see that. People can see through BS. So just be yourself. I saw that too. A rich movie star with teeth in front, visually like mine. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Who I saw. It might have been somebody like a Brad Pitt or Keanu Reeves. I mean, he was a big person. I don't remember who it was, but and who knows? They may be fixed by now. I don't know. I have a master's degree in software development, and I was born 2 pounds and still here. No one can get me down. See, that's the attitude. Dude, that attitude will take you far, especially with a viewing audience. For sure. Like I said, use everything in your power to get one step forward, and never care about criticism for doing so because those people aren't paying your bills. And just be truthful and honest about who you are, and you'll be able to sleep at night. That's the way I kind of view it all, anyway. When playing rugby, come on now, you've been playing us this whole time. Get the hell out of here. Oh God, you play rugby? Get out of here. You're fine mentally. Do something. Do something great. You'll be good. If you're playing rugby, you're gonna survive at anything else. Just do it. Kick ass and do it. Hell, I wouldn't even be playing rugby. That's funny. You're playing me this whole time when you're playing rugby. See, you already got one up on me. You play rugby. I would never play rugby. That's good. I recall watching SNL doc, and they called them season 3 teeth. Cast members who were around long enough and made money fixed theirs. Oh, who made that joke? Didn't somebody just make that joke? Was it the Adam Sandler thing or something? Somebody just made that SNL joke. Or was it a roast? It was a roast on Pete. Somebody was roasting Pete Davidson on maybe the Tom Brady roast or something. It was the dude from, the loud guy. I don't remember his name. Funny loud guy from Step Brothers, who was the boss, who worked with the brother, the cocky brother. Can't remember his name. He made that joke about Pete Davidson. Is it season 3 or season 4 that has the teeth? You can get your teeth fixed. Play rugby on my wheelchair team. See, that's kick ass. Ski in the winter. See, you already do more than I do. So if you can do that stuff, you can create your own following and easily, because you're out there. So I just gave a speech that you probably didn't even need to hear. But hey, maybe somebody else needed to hear it, and it'll help them. Now, that's just my view on everything anyway. John C. Reilly. I don't even know who. Oh, who is John C. Reilly? I don't recognize the name. No. Who was the? I'm thinking of. One that worked with him. Here he is. Rob Riggle. That's who I'm thinking of when it comes to the making the joke about Pete Davidson and the teeth. Whoops. Hold on, I can't hear nothing when I click on that. All right, silence for a second. Where's the volume? There it is.
It's ugly. Davidson's ugly. He's actually going on his 3rd year of SNL. It's been a while since I've been there, of course, but you got to help me out now. Is it the 4th year that they finally let you see an orthodontist? Jacked up teeth!
That's funny. That's funny. All right, I've been on here long enough. I am very shy when it comes to self-starting. Yeah, I get it. Just be yourself. And don't. If you do something, start on YouTube. You'll probably build pretty quick if you're truthful and honest and just open about what you're doing. And I would say don't expect anything right out of the gate. Don't expect nothing ever, but don't expect your videos or what you're doing to flow perfectly, to be perfectly done, because everybody starts rough. I mean, hell, I still make rough stuff because that's the way I choose to make it. But if you're looking for more polished stuff and trying to be a more polished channel, understand that you got to start somewhere. And everybody starts at the ground floor. And nobody does things perfectly. So, what's up, Dave? How about a relationship prep talk speech? Ask it for a friend. Let's go. All right, relationship. Dump him. Be happy with yourself. Move on. Oh, sorry. Relationship. You got to be happy with yourself before you can make someone else happy. That's why insecure women or men do not work well together, because they're never happy with themselves. So they're never going to be happy in a relationship. Is that what you need to hear? Oh man, I think I'm done on here. I'm beat. My mouth is dry. I need more water. And we're coming up on food feeding time and medicine time, so I'm going to work my way out of here. What do we got? 2 hours? Nice. I'll try to do this almost daily, just instead of recording the videos. I actually enjoy it a little bit more. So, except on the days where I'm like wanting my peace and quiet. Alrighty. Yeah, relationship. Don't date strippers, because they have no self-confidence. All right. Thanks, everybody. And I think I am done here. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.